We're going to begin this half hour, though, with a Super Bowl commercial that has some people laughing and others who say it goes a little bit too far. We're going to talk to the commercial stars in a moment. But first, NBC's Stephanie Gosk has more on the controversy. Stephanie, good morning.
Good morning, Savannah. You know, the first thing any good commercial must do is capture the viewer's attention. Could be something funny or shocking or even gross. The website developer GoDaddy goes for all three. Gin up some controversy, and this Super Bowl commercial starts to get some buzz. GoDaddy's commercial is called The Perfect Match. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Race car driver and spokeswoman Danica Patrick tease it up.
There are two sides to GoDaddy. There's the sexy side represented by Bar Refaeli, and the smart side that creates a killer website for your small business represented by Walter.
It's kind of funny, then, depending on your threshold, shocking. Bar Refaeli, supermodel and cover girl, paired up with actor Jesse Heyman.
Got a long wait.
The extra who is everywhere but who no one really knows. Here is where it gets interesting. The full-length commercial goes in for a tight, leave no tongue to the imagination close-up. GoDaddy says this slightly tamer version will air on CBS during the Super Bowl. The internet company has made a marketing campaign out of commercial controversy.
Has GoDaddy gone too far this time?
Well, some say the commercial is too hot for TV.
How hot is too hot?
In 2008, the company says their first Super Bowl commercial was rejected. But the one that did air made sure viewers could find the racy original.
You won't see it on TV, but it's on at GoDaddy.com.
The company said 1.5 million people visited their website by the end of the game. The shock and awe strategy seems to work, so this year they are back at it.
Look at that dude.
All right. Something that should be on TV or not on TV?
Definitely not.
One word to describe that commercial. Go.
Intense.
Gross.
Gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Oh no. Oh bless him. Oh, he's so... How much was she paid for that?
What anyone wants to see makes little difference. What matters is whether or not they remember it. Just an interesting fact about the commercial, they shot that commercial in the same studio where they shot the movie Psycho. Back to you guys.
All right, an interesting little fact. Okay, Stephanie Goss, thanks. Well, Jesse Heyman stars in that commercial along with the supermodel Bar Refaeli. She's with us from Tel Aviv. And we've also got Matt Miller here. He's the CEO of the Association of Independent Commercial Producers. Good morning, one and all.
Good morning.
All right, Jesse, I feel that the first question everybody wants to have answered is, how many takes did it take to get that?
I can't remember. It was just a great experience. It was like over 45 or something.
Is that because you kept messing up on purpose?
No, it was just I just tried to try to get it as perfect as possible.
When you went for the audition, Jesse, did they tell you right up front this is going to involve making out with Bar Refaeli?
Yes, in fact, on the audition they said make sure you're okay doing that. It's like
and you said, is this a trick question?
Right, exactly.
All right, let's bring Bar in. Bar from Tel Aviv right now. Bar, did you have any second thoughts about doing this? I don't mean with Jesse. I mean in general.
You know, it's a funny thing because I actually had this very strange dream that all my friends know about. I always wanted to go to a club or somewhere filled with people, look around, choose the one guy that's most unlikely that I'll ever kiss or pay attention to, and go and kiss him in front of everyone so he will be happy and will remember it for the rest of, I don't know, the week. So no, I didn't have any second thoughts because for me it was almost like GoDaddy made my dream come true.
Well, Bar, do you want to tell the world what you told us about Jesse's skills?
Jesse, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes. Good morning.
Okay, Jesse, I told Jesse that when we kissed, but he's a very, very good kisser.
Jesse?
That's why there's stuff online. You have to go online to see the rest of the commercial.
If I were you, I wouldn't even ask to be paid after that. That's enough right there.
That's an endorsement.
Okay, let's get into this, though. Bar and Jesse, I'll start with you, Jesse. There are two versions of this commercial.
Right.
One is much more explicit, showing the tongues here. Do you understand and think it's the right decision that the tamer version air in the Super Bowl?
I understand that they're being cautious because CBS is where the whole wardrobe malfunction happened. And but I think it's people, they go back and forth with a lot. But I think it's a good idea to have two versions so people can see the tame version, and then if they're interested, they can go see the more wild version.
Bar, what about you? I mean, are you happy that the tamer version is airing, or would you be fine if the more explicit version aired?
I would have been very much fine with the second one airing and not the tamer one. But, you know, there's people that know what they do, and that's their job, and I trust them to make their decisions. But I just feel like if you do something like that and it's filled with a lot of humor and, you know, we kind of joke about ourselves here, then go all the way. But I trust the people that know better than me, that know television.
Well, let's bring in our expert. Good segue. Yeah. Matt, I mean, do you think that this pushes the envelope of good taste, or is this a really good commercial?
I think it's a great commercial for GoDaddy. GoDaddy's looked at the sensationalism for a long time. They've wanted to capture attention. You know, as we talked about the other day with Mike McGuire, who actually said that you did 65 takes. So it just felt like 45. Yeah. But anyway, time flies. But, you know, he felt like the notion of having the kiss feel like it goes on forever actually brings something to the spot.
You wanted to say something,
I just wanted to say, long before I was on the commercial, I was a GoDaddy hosting customer, and I'm using their sites to help promote me as an actor, and I know as people we need stuff to promote ourselves.
So it's a natural.
They provide
kind of
all the services I need. Yeah.
All right, Bar, thank you very much for joining us, and it's going to get a lot of reaction when it airs in the Super Bowl. Jesse, I have one word for you: sequel. And Matt, thank you very much as well. All right, bye-bye.